Hello, this is Dragon Keeper 19600. Are you confused? Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. Welcome to a new segment on this channel called, that I will simply call by the unimaginative title of Film Commentary. Now this is something that I just now decided I was gonna do, but I have thought about for a while. Is where I take a film I can find on YouTube, something obscure, maybe something animated, something that interests me, and do a several-part commentary on it, coupled with reaction. Now it's a pseudo-commentary, pseudo-reaction, because the movies I'll pick are movies that I'll know, oh, nice, movies that I'll know something about. Like, for this movie, for instance, I know the plot, I know the characters, I know how it ends, but I've never seen it all the way through. So, yes. So it's pseudo-reaction because I've never seen the movie, but also part commentary because I do know a lot of stuff about the movie. So, yeah, I just thought I'd do this in between Transformers stuff because there's sort of been a break in the Transformers fandom lately. Maybe you haven't noticed. And I know that some of my viewers are Nostalgia Critic fans, so you probably like stuff like this. You probably have some interest in movies if you're a Nostalgia Critic fan. So, the movie I picked today is Raggedy Ann and Andy, A Musical Adventure, which is a movie that actually was featured on Nostalgia Critic once, as well as on crack.com, and the reason it was featured on those webs, on both those sites, is because it's weird as fuck. Or so I've heard. It was actually featured in Nostalgia Critic's Top 11 Mindfucks. I don't remember what number it was. I could look it up easily, but I don't want to. And it was featured on crack.com for a similar reason of, like, I think it was the top 5 most unintentionally frightening children's characters or something like that. So, yeah, you're in for a wild ride. Put that joint down because you're not gonna need it. I'm just kidding. Do you smoke joints? I don't know. I don't. I really know nothing about the drug scene. Don't let anybody get kidnapped by pirates! Bye! Okay, so I guess this is going to be the credits, so I will take this moment to talk a little bit about Raggedy Ann and her brother Andy. Raggedy Ann and Andy are a pair of toys that had a series, I think, of children's books way back when, in like the early 20th century. They were made up by these two people. Yeah, it says right here, created by Johnny Gruelle, who had a daughter named Marcella, who is the same Marcelle, or at least the same namesake, of the girl who's in this movie, who is Raggedy Ann and Andy's, sorry. Raggedy Ann and Andy's owner? Master? Depending on whether you like Brave Little Toaster or Toy Story. The girl who plays with them. There's a little bit of tragedy to this, though, as Marcelle unfortunately died, I think at the age of 13 or so. And, so, every single... I think this movie is, dedicated to her memory. Maybe. But, yes. So, this isn't... I don't think this is the first time Raggedy Ann or Andy have been on an animated thing, but I think this is the first full-length feature film. And it is a musical, just like in the title, Musical Adventure. In fact, you know what? I can bring up the TV Tropes page right now. Let's see. Wait, is it starting? Yes. Okay, here we go. So it actually kind of surprises me that this starts off live action, because the rest of the film is animated. Hello, Anne. Wake up, Anne.
Grandpa, is Marcella gone? For sure?
Andy's coming! Everybody back to your places! So yeah, this movie predates Toy Story by a bit. Yeah, about 22 years or so.
I think I must have popped half my stitches.
Well, she's dragging you on the cement. What do you expect? What the hell kind of toy is that?
Susie Pincushion's kind of work.
I know your names.
There, that's much better now, isn't it?
Oh, it is. What would I do without you?
Well, goodness.
So,
When you go banging around with Marcella, it's a wonder you
it's not like it's up to me.
years ago.
It's true, I do get bounced around a bit.
But you also get to see the world outside, which is more than we get to see.
What the fuck is that?
Where'd you go? Where'd you go?
What?
Tell us what you saw, dear.
Why aren't they wearing clothes?
Curious, we could die.
Stop talking, please.
Yeah, what did you see out there?
I love how they just ignore them. Like, nah, just don't encourage
Some
them.
are real for sure strange.
Oh, like you would know what strange is.
Okay.
Why don't I sing about it? So I guess it's like a sock snake?
Sometimes it's only the simple everyday things.
You don't know how to play piano, do you?
Rainbows or puppies and boys or games to play on swings. But
So
sometimes
this
when
movie
I'm
brings to mind a
by
few
myself
stories
and by myself
that
I see
you might know
a very
of.
special
I'm mostly thinking of, like, a few of you are thinking Toy Story, right? Because that came out after this and is a, frankly, much better movie. But, you know, there's similar stuff with the walking toys, and they, you know, they have to pretend to not move when the owner's not around. But, the movie I'm actually thinking of is Velveteen Rabbit, where all these toys are, like, jealous that Anne can go outside and hang out and be real, and she's apparently her kid's favorite toy, and, you know, they have to stay inside. But I guess they're much less bitter about it than the toys from Velveteen Rabbit were. So I don't know if you guys remember Velveteen Rabbit, or if you ever read that story in playwriting class like I did, but basically the concept was that if you're a toy, usually you have to be a stuffed animal that's really loved by your kid. You'll get damaged, you'll get your fur all ruffled, stitches loose, lose an eye, but you'll have the chance to be real, which no other toy can get. And toys really envy you if you become real. That has nothing to do with Raggedy Andy, but or Anne, but whatever. But you're not me, so eat it!
That's what I see.
You really see it that way?
Just that lovely.
With the
Well,
butterflies
she is. Anne is a real sweetheart, isn't she? Oh, yes.
with the honeycomb everywhere.
What the fuck am I? Welcome, kids, to your scream yourself awake nightmare, but you ain't seen nothing yet.
And what do I see? It's a face is smiling and as hopeful as I know a face could be. Sing something pretty.
Why is the sun
Up
smiling?
and shining. Sing something everyone could be the same as me. When I
By the way, what is that clothy rabbit thing? Half these toys, I don't even know what the fuck they are! In fact, when does this movie take place? Is it, like, back when the books were written, or is it in 1977 when this movie was made?
Here's the really big news. Our little Marcella is 7 years old today.
What's 7 years old? It's a time to have fun. Parties.
They take birthdays a lot better in this movie than they did in Toy Story, where they were all in a state of panic.
It's a funny kind of box. It may need fixing. Look, it's a sprouted feet.
Those feet look familiar.
They look like yours, dumbass.
Matter of fact, they look just like mine.
Yeah, there was a Raggedy Andy in this movie, wasn't there?
It is Andy.
He's wrecked.
He's under there. Oh, everybody, please help me push.
You didn't notice your brother was missing until just now? Yeah, move his spine around a whole lot.
I was on the floor here doing my push-ups when wham, bam, everything.
Doing the push-ups. What kind of accent is that?
That's Marcella's birthday present.
What do I care? I spent the whole day under that thing.
What's in the box?
Oh my god, shut up! Hey, you think Jar Jar was from Star Wars was painful? How about having two of them?
Dumb, I bet.
There
There's something written up there.
It says fragile.
Could you read it, Danny?
I can't see from here. Boost me up.
Better be a frickin' GameCube or something.
Here's what it says, or what's in it.
Hey, stop looking at my can. Sorry.